Hey, kAN.
Yay! It's a new game. It's a new game, Heist.
I didn't do this. This was not me.
What?
That's
Oh, you
not.
didn't derail this train?
No. The game spawns the train derailed in, so you can learn how to rerail it.
Oh, this is nice. I like this. This is a new game. It's called Railroader.
It is.
Is it out yet?
It is. It will be by the time we post this. It releases
Awesome.
on December 7th, 2023, which is probably when we're gonna. We haven't talked about that, but it's probably gonna release then. We will probably release our video then. The game releases then for sure. So the game's already out. So go play it. Should you enjoy what we've posted? I've done a very in-depth review on my channel. It came out the day before the game released. And I've got a lot of thoughts, but I'm also like a crazy train guy, and I love trains a lot. So some of my opinions are a bit out there. So anyway,
all right. So first things first, I noticed some things. We've got a brake line, which is super exciting.
Yep.
We've got couplers, which is also super exciting.
Knuckle couplers,
we've got standard gauge rail, which is super exciting.
We haven't played a standard gauge game together. We've raced in Derail Valley, but here we are.
Yeah.
Two humans. I can see you've
okay,
got.
how do I rerail this though? I don't
Shift
want to.
R. Walk
Shift
up to
R?
the engine and Shift R, and it'll wander its way back on the track. You got to keep tapping it though. It has to get on the rail.
Oh my
because
God,
the distance changes.
I am so strong. Look at me, just
bam. All right, there you go.
Okay, that was easy enough. That was not as painful.
Okay,
okay. Now what do we do?
Well, so we need to get the engine fixed, or actually, if you control-click the engine, you'll see that it is the CAC number 2, Colorado, and Canadian number 2, and it's at 70%. But the thing is, if you hover over the tender, there's 0 tons of coal and 0 gallons of water in it, so it's actually ready to rock and roll, other than the fuel. And over here we have a coal loader. And we have a water column. No, not a water tank. Water column.
Yeah, but
so,
we have to get the engine from over here to over there.
Yeah, we can't move it because it's out of fuel, but we have this other engine, the number 3. This cute little 260.
We have to pull the number 2 with the number 3? Is that what we're getting at here?
Exactly. So why don't you hop on in the engine?
Okay. I control-clicked it. How do I...
No, you can just climb up in there. Just walk up into it and go sit in the seat. You just go sit in the seat.
Can sit in the seat?
You literally, it just welds you into the seat. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm driving a choo-choo.
Not yet, but you will be. And you don't drive trains.
Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm actually sitting in... sorry, I had to bring my camera over. This is great.
You run trains. You don't drive trains.
Yeah,
but anyway,
right.
So you can either control-click the locomotive and click select, and then you get a UI in the bottom left, which is really nice. I mean, I can just sit here and I
control-click the locomotive, and then I get the
you click select, and then it's ready to rock with the UI, or you can operate the real controls and pull the levers and make it happen. So
brakes, that brake is 0. Interesting. That's brake. I don't understand why the brake is at 90 on the controls at the bottom.
That is the brake pipe pressure. You control it directly, which is not really how brakes work, but it gets it close enough, and it works well enough.
How do I get my reverser's this? Okay.
Yep.
Is my reverser only... I have degrees of forward and reverse. Okay.
Yep. The Johnson bar has different notches, and look at you! You're running. You will derail if you go too fast, so be careful.
Okay. How do I... Okay, are you switching for me? Oh, this is great.
I'm gonna be your brakeman. You're gonna run. Because that's the point. Until we get both engines going, and then we probably need to divest our operations. We could double head, or we could do you run one job, I run another job kind of thing, or something like that. So
how do I... Where's my whistle?
It's up top. It's the big lever
I know.
Up top.
Why can't I... Oh, I have to pull it from there.
Yeah, it's you have to grab the end of it, which is a smidge confusing, but it works. The real whistle control that's really good is actually if you just press V and then drag your mouse around while holding V. And it is really easy to quill the whistle from wherever, even in the second person or third person views.
Do cylinder cocks matter?
Nope. They exist. They do a thing, but they don't matter
just
much.
like the points on the Price is Right, they're not really...
Okay, so you need to stop... I can't click this... I can't switch the switch. There may be a permissions thing that we have not figured out.
Wait, I have to give you permission to activate my switches?
Apparently, because I'm clicking on the switch and it's saying that I can't do anything with it. So there's a permission thing. They've given us anti-griefing, which you gotta love.
Employees?
Yeah.
Heist? Role? President.
Oh, all right. Now I can.
President.
Now I can throw switches. All right, bring him back. You've got.
You have a whole ton of roles, by the way, in there. There's a lot of roles.
I'm glad.
You could have a whole corporation of people with different jobs. You were originally set to the role of passenger.
Ah, that would do it.
So you were, the equivalent of pond scum.
Yes, second class. It's fine.
Yeah.
But you can see the targets on the switch stands. You can see that you're going to diverge.
I honestly can't see. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so red is going what? Left? Green is going forward?
Red is diverging. Green is normal, which is an interesting thing. And one of my favorite things about this game is that they accurately prescribe switches by route. So you'll note that the target on the switch you're coming up to now is green, which is the normal route, not the reverse route. It is diverging. It's leaving the straight track. It is a switch. It's going away. But green is the normal route for that piece of traffic. Stop. Okay. Half a car, bring him back.
I threw my brake. That's fine. Where's my speedometer? Do I not have one?
I got. If you have the UI, it's at the bottom right of the UI. If you don't have the UI, I think some of the locomotives have them. Some of the ones I've run have had speedos. This one doesn't.
I got 3 gauges here. 2 are for brake line pressure. I don't know what this third one's for.
That's the boiler pressure that's at 0. Don't worry about it.
How do I have 0 boiler pressure and I'm still running?
Yeah, good question. I asked the same thing. And then you also note that there's no stay bolts or rivets in the boiler, but I mean, that doesn't matter. Katunk, take them ahead. You've got the engine.
The boiler was probably made with that, you drop a hand grenade in the top, and then it expands into one pressure vessel from a single
yes.
nose.
Yep.
That's, you're American, you know all about hand grenades.
Something like that.
That's how it works. I still don't see my speed here. Operations, orders.
If you've control-clicked the locomotive and selected it, you control-click it, you select by selecting it, the bottom left of that window that pops up.
Oh, that's 7.2 next. That's speed.
That is your speed in miles an hour. Yep.
All right. I'm full sending it. Here we go. I'm doing 10, 11. Wait, what? How are you remote?
I have also clicked the locomotive, and I also have control of the locomotive, which is
that's
hilarious.
Cool. I shouldn't have made you president, is what I'm learning.
I guess so.
I guess I should have left you as a passenger.
I'll take control of the 2, which is not doing anything because it's still dead.
All right, how do I
let me know when I'm
clear here.
Half car, you're clear. Stop.
All right.
And then bring them back. Let's say 15 cars to the coal loader and the water.
I'm not gonna lie, the brake handle in this feels very loose.
I mean, it does a little bit. I can see that. Bring it back.
Right, I'm gonna let that push back. I need more coal as well.
You have 3 tons of coal.
3 tons.
You're actually full on coal. Your water's a little low, but that engine you're running, I think it only holds 3 tons. Maybe, or I might be thinking of the wrong engine too. It might actually hold more than that, but that's still quite a bit. Though, right now, the only place we can get coal is right here. If you press M, you'll pull up the map. You'll see that we're at East Whittier. And to the east of us, there's an interchange where some of our cars are parked. And if you look to the west, we have Ella, a little town, and then the rest of the railroad's cut off. And then we have a spur to Connolly.
We can run passengers? Are there passengers?
We can run passengers, absolutely. We have 2 passenger depots. They're listed as structures on the map. You can see there's one in Ella and one in Whittier, and we even have a passenger car. We already have one, and a caboose. They're over in the yard here.
Is this all double tracked? Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's mostly single track, and you have to plan meets, which is super cool. It really gets the flavor of a short line railroad operating, which is the point. The flavor text that you missed by skipping the tutorial is that a flood happened, and it knocked out a bunch of the bridges and a bunch of the other bits of the railway. So there's a bridge out past Ella, and the tracks are washed out east of us past Whittier. And we can spend a lot of money and unlock those things. and we can unlock the whole railroad. There's a sense of progression. In my own personal save, you can see I have from Whittier to Silva, but there's still, it's 60 plus miles.
So we have to
of
basically
railroad.
start by running these like short trains on this white section of track.
Keep bringing the choo-choo.
And we got to go to Connolly.
You've stopped.
No. Yeah, sorry. Which is this? There's throttle.
There you go. I see.
You know what I like about
you're
this
riding
game
the side of your own car.
Yeah, this is sick. The fact that you can ride like on the steps and stuff, it gives you a wicked perspective.
That's super cool. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you do that. Your feet aren't on the step, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyway, you've got two cars to the coal loader, my friend. Two cars.
I noticed you didn't hook up the brakes for.
Yeah, it's switching, Con. We don't give a crap about brakes.
what if I put it in notch 8 and the train gets away from me because I fall off the step here, you know?
Well, you're seeming to be doing a quarter mile an hour right now, so I don't think I'm worried about you putting it in notch 8.
I'll put it in notch 8. Here we go. There it is.
There it is. Full power. All
right. How much?
Keep them coming. Another half car. Quarter car. 10 foot. 5 foot. That'll do. Okay, and we click on the coal chute, and it'll lower, and because we have a coal car next to us, it will supply. But cool. the coal car is empty, and there's a couple 100 pounds in the coal conveyor, and that's about it. So that's everything it had. We don't have any more coal, but we had a half ton in there.
Oh, we have to. Oh, I see.
We have to
fill this up.
We have to take the car to interchange and buy more coal in order to get some.
Buy coal?
Yeah, we gotta buy it. It's a cost for the railroad.
Just dig it out of the ground, man.
I wish, but sometimes those places are not where trains run.
I like this. I like this setup. This is really cool.
It's cool. It reminds me of the Red Devil coal loader that was on the Rio Grande back in the day. But anyways, we're done with that. So bring it back a half car, and then we will put water in the engine. Stop. Take him ahead. 10 foot. Ahead 10 foot. Come on. 5 foot. That'll do.
That did not seem like 10 feet.
It might not have been 10 feet, but that's the secret of railroading, is that the amount of measurement that you get is never actually correct. Because
do we have unlimited water? Or?
We do. This presumably pulls from some reservoir that exists somewhere.
Well, it pulls from the flooding that just happened.
Presumably,
you just mentioned in the lore, right? Like
So we've got lots of water, but this will fill up.
You know, all this is super exciting, Heist, and I'm really glad that I didn't do the tutorial. But like, you know, I kind of want to go run some trains.
Well, we're going to be able to do that. At the engine, I'm kind of confused. It's got coal and it's got water, but it won't run. I guess for the sake of the tutorial, you actually have to put the engine in the shop. So I guess we'll put the engine in the shop, and then you and I can run a train. Are you
serious? I have to put it in the shop? Okay, hold on.
I guess so. Yeah, it's got to get fixed. It's at 70%, but it's not happy.
So I gotta back into this and couple it up again?
Yeah, it's still filling with water, but I mean, yeah, you could do that. It's fine. Just bang into it and keep going. Oh, sorry, hang on. I actually got it to work. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
It doesn't need to go to the shop. I was very confused. Anyway.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, it wasn't making steamy things until I tried to move it, and now it is. So, anyway, we have a couple things that we have to do, and that we can do.
Okay.
Yes, but before we do that, I need to change the whistle to a whistle that I want to listen to.
It's not a word from our sponsors? That's not what I thought you were gonna... You did that typical. Before we do that, here's a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, I did do that. Here's a word from our sponsor, the Reading 6 Chime.
Slacks.
Anyway, so you can see in the yard, we have a coach, we have a caboose, we have the coal car that is empty that needs to be set out to interchange, and then we also have 4 skeleton log cars by the log pond.
Where do you see all that? I see this coal car. Or are you flying around?
Yeah, I'm flying around. Look ahead of your train.
Oh, okay, I got this.
Yeah, those 4 skeleton cars need to get loaded at Connolly and brought back. And then we also could run a passenger car from Whittier to Ella and back. And those are the 2 things we can do to make money right now. So, which one do you want to do?
You can load up 4 log skeleton cars.
Yes.
Or we can load up the passenger train. Do you need the caboose on the passenger train?
Nope. You don't need the caboose for actually literally anything because reasons, but you know.
It just exists?
It does exist, and it's fun to put at the end of a train.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just back straight up into that passenger car.
You're gonna go get the passenger car. You're gonna run the passenger train. Okay.
Yeah,
Passenger train's nice and fun.
I don't know what to. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to expect here. I'm gonna just full send it in reverse.
Go knuckle into the passenger car. I'm gonna let you do that.
Oh, wait, I'm not on my locomotive. I was like pressing 1, and I was wondering why I wasn't. Okay, hold on.
You don't have to. You can press Control 0 to schlorp to your cab as a human.
Oh, that's convenient.
Which is nice if you've selected the locomotive, but you don't have to be in the cab. You don't honestly really need to ever be in the cab or ever use your pawn, but it's fine. I'm gonna grab the.
But there's no way to like camera follow the locomotive if you're not in the cab.
No, you can just press 2 and it'll still just work.
Yeah, but 2's like a free flying photo mode.
Yeah, but if you select the locomotive, click follow, it'll just follow it. When you control click the locomotive.
I dunked a little hard and I derailed the passenger car.
Nailed it, kAN. 5 mile an hour or less, bud. Anything over 5 mile an hour.
Probably like just shift R. Doesn't matter. I'm quite literally the Hulk, and I can just shove a railroad car back up onto the track.
Yes, you can. You're the man. That's your secret. You're always the Hulk.
Still in 100% condition. Okay.
Okay, so you didn't hurt it. That's good because you get paid less depending on the percentage on the car. So if you get a 50%, condition, you'll get paid half what you would normally get paid. Okay, and passengers are. You gotta hook up the brakes. The real trick is shift-click the glad hands between the cars, and then it'll do everything for you. But if you want the flavor text, you can click the glad hand and then open the angle cocks manually by clicking and dragging.
I got those open. Is there an independent brake on this?
There is a hand brake. Yes, you'll find it on the car, or you can control-click the car and turn the handbrake on or off.
Okay.
Which is really neat.
Where would it be on the car?
It'd be on the end of the car, on one of the ends.
Oh, it's a pedestal again. Okay.
Okay. Oh. I got confused trying to help you, and I confused myself. I was gonna flying switch that coal hopper into the other track, but I guess I'll just keep running. I will run around.
Okay.
There's a really neat UI, kAN, if you've got the locomotive control clicked and selected. This is one of my favorite things about the game. It's genuinely awesome. Right underneath the locomotive's name, so you should see CAC number 1 or number 3, whichever one you are. Number 3, I think. You should see 3 cars. You should see 3 little dots. One that's really big, and that's your locomotive. And as you modulate the brakes, you'll see them change colors.
You mean these tiny little, like,
those
dots?
Those little dots right underneath the name of the engine. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you can
brake pressure.
It tells you how applied the brakes are, and if the handbrakes are applied, they'll be purple, so there's no handbrake applied. If you don't see that, and if the air is not connected between certain cars, you'll get a little yellow triangle to say that the air isn't connected. It's one of the brilliant features that this game actually has.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm just hooking up a caboose here. Okay. Wait, why does it say I have 4 cars?
Engine, tender, caboose, and passenger car.
Okay, so my tender...
Your tender counts. You can't disconnect from your tender, but it is still a car, and it has its own brake cylinder and brake equipment.
Okay, hold on. For some reason, then, I'm not getting air into my passenger car.
Which means you haven't hooked up the glad hands and opened both angle cocks.
No, they're both open. Both angle cocks are open, and both glad hands are open. Yeah, that's weird.
It might be the connection to the caboose that you're missing.
Yeah, I got that now. Okay.
Did the yellow triangle go away?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. I'm mistakenly getting out of my locomotive, and I guess I don't really need to do that. I should just fly around.
You don't. You can just run with the 2 view the whole time, and you can still do everything. I have found that if you're doing crazy, stupid, I'm a real railroader, I promise, switching maneuvers, doing that from the fly camera is hard, but everything else is pretty easy. Uncoupling, coupling, just trying to get the angle cocks set up is the hard part from the fly camera.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why. Only my hold on a minute. Let me just disconnect the angle cocks and reconnect them. Yeah, for some reason, only my locomotive and my tender are applying brake pressure. Everything else is not.
Are you grabbing the automatic or the independent?
I'm using it on the UI.
The UI, the top one is the automatic, the one that says 90. The bottom one is the independent.
Oh, well, I'm a dumb-dumb, and I've been using the independent the whole time.
It looks like the Derail Valley. It's like the Derail Valley thing, but this time you just directly set the brake pressure. So you reduce it from 90 down below that, and then it will just do the thing for you.
All right, so I'm finally good. I've got my train hooked up.
Excellent.
Now what? Where do I go?
Now you need to run to Whittier, which is where our station is. I'm gonna pull back and
straight ahead. Okay.
I'm gonna stay out your way. I'm gonna do the log loading and unloading scenario for us while you run a little passenger train. So I'm gonna come up and park by the switch and watch you go past. I'm even gonna blow the whistle signal for a meet, even though I'm in the yard, but it's fun.
There's a few glitches, like the follow cam is cool. I like this follow cam because I can follow the locomotive and zoom out like crazy far.
Right.
But if I use the whistle, like the V and drag with the whistle while doing that, it moves my follow cam.
Yep, which is a little interesting, but I mean,
it's a little interesting. So
So kAN, where's your Johnson bar set? Are you just wide open?
100%.
You will get more speed if you hook it up.
I have to actually hook it up.
It's not accurate to what a real Johnson bar does, but for the sake of
nothing is accurate to how your real Johnson bar works. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I will just hold that comment to myself. You heard it here, everyone. kAN is right that nothing is ever accurate. It's fine. But yeah, so you get more speed.
I said nothing is accurate to your Johnson bar, Heist. Everyone knows that you've got 491 and you're all got this weird relationship going on with this locomotive that just drives special.
Weird relationship with a locomotive that has the most common valve gear ever made, but that's okay. Anyways, so you're going to run to the right at the Y. You're going to come into Whittier, and at Whittier, there is a station, the depot. You got to pull up with the passenger car next to the depot, and then you have to control-click the passenger car to tell it that you're going to load it with things.
Okay. So I'm loading people at the depot.
You are. That's what you do, right? So I'm running behind you. I'm going to go up to Connolly Creek, so I will be out of your way. But
this is cool. You can go around me. There's a second track here.
Yeah, there's
what happens when we have to turn around and come back? Do we just push backwards?
You just run from the other end, or you just shove through the car. It's up to you. Realistically, you'd always run around, but otherwise you wouldn't. kAN, you need to stop. kAN, you need to stop. Now you got to back
up.
You did.
I overshot a little bit.
Although, if you press tab... Oh, yeah, that doesn't work for passenger cars. Never mind. Yeah, put the passenger car right there. It'll be fine. All right, now stop.
All right. Now you said control-click the passenger car?
Control-click the passenger car, hit the passenger tab, and then load passengers for where you want to go. You're going to go to Ella. So click the Ella station button. And if you had multiple passenger cars, you could click copy to coupled. Now you'll see the number of passengers is increasing. You can hover.
I can go up to. Do I actually get people in this cab? No, I don't.
You could hover your mouse over the station agent's window, which is the bump out in the depot, and it'll tell you how many people are waiting and where they want to go. So you're almost loaded. You got 2 more people. Everyone's loaded now.
Wait, hold on. What window now with the who now?
The bump out of the structure. The structure is a rectangle, but it has a bump out. That is the station agent's window. And it'll tell you everything about the station, who wants to go where, all that stuff. So you hover over that, you can left click and see no one's waiting. So you now need to run to Ella, which is a couple miles down the railroad. Keep your eye out on your speed. There is a 30-mile-an-hour curve.
First of all, you're just, it's like you don't even work in the railroad. First, you have to go say hello to all your passengers and make sure that they're comfortable. I can't get into the, here we go. Hello. It's like an empty school bus.
They're invisible people, kAN. They're invisible people.
Well,
it's fine.
I'm trying to keep all the passengers nice and friendly. Do they not teach you this on the railroad? I'm surprised.
I'm not a conductor. I'm an engineer, kAN. I don't talk to the people.
That's true. You don't interact with the people.
Right. The conductor does that, and you're dressed like an engineer. So why don't you run your train?
Oh yeah, well, I was opening the doors for extra airflow to get going faster.
Yep. Less
it's really
drag, all that
less
fun
drag,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, so run to Ella, which is the next station down the map. It's the only other station we have. And stop at the depot, do the thing, let the people unload automatically. Then you select Whittier for the station that you're loading people for, and you run back to Whittier. And you're running passengers. Congrats. But keep an eye out on your speed. There is that curve. It's a 30-mile-an-hour curve. You can't go any faster around it. Or else you'll derail. So don't do that.
This curve right here that I'm on?
No, you'll see it on the map. It's listed as a speed. It's beyond that. I don't know how fast you can run around that.
Oh, that's what these 30s are. The 30.
Yeah,
30.
those are the speed restrictions. The other numbers are mileposts. So you're at milepost 58 on the railroad.
Oh, cool. So I have a mile of track to get to the next. Oh, that's so cool.
Yep.
I like this. This is what Derail Valley needs on their map.
The speed limits like that. Yeah, that'd be nice.
If you could zoom in and see the speeds and then, like, the mile markers and stuff, that would be very convenient.
You'd have a hope of beating me at a race that involved a steam engine then, wouldn't you?
Where are you going?
I'm going up to Connolly Creek. Connolly Creek is the log camp. We can get pulpwood, which is kind of like cordwood, and we can get logs there. And so I'm going to go run and go grab those things. So I'm control clicking on one of my cars, and I'm clicking loads to, not set, let's see, empties to Connolly Creek L2, and then loads to, I can't set loads to the sawmill. I'm not sure why I can't set loads to the sawmill.
So I don't have to shovel coal at all yet, is what you're saying?
No, there's no firing. That firing doesn't exist. Actually, the water sight glass that's on the boiler shows you how much water is in the tender. And I'm going to save the audience from me screaming by just forgetting that I just said what I did, and it'll be fine.
Huh. Ice is such an idiot.
Yep.
Thinking I would make it to the 30 corner.
Oh god! The console just said you derailed one car. You binned it! You binned it! Oh my god!
It was actually pretty passive. It sort of just slid off the one rail, and I was grinding along the shoulder. That would be one of those cases where they'd look at the ties and be like, why are there like 2 kilometers of ties that are all cut up? And
you hurt the choo-choo. It's at 66%, Con.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Oh,
see how brown it's become? When the choo-choo's brown, it's been hurt.
Oh, it's brown. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my passenger car is at 57%.
That means that you're going to make less money, and the passenger jobs in this game already make almost no money, so thanks, Con.
I'm basically going to be negative on this job, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, probably.
Well, you said I had to watch out for the 30, and I was watching out for
and you didn't watch out for the rest of the railroad. How
I was
dare
doing 45. I thought 45 mile an hour was fine.
45's pretty quick. 35 is pretty safe on everywhere. Anything over 35 is a little quick, and then obviously the really, really sharp stuff is going to be listed out to you on the UI. There are places you can do 50 plus, though, which is pretty cool. But
we have to basically, what you're saying is, like, now I'm going to have to back the passenger car into the maintenance shed to get it repaired as well?
Yep, and we'll have to hire some workers at the maintenance shed, too. It doesn't automatically happen. We can hire however many workers we want. They cost more, but they do more stuff and get more things done when they're there. So
what you're saying is the CAC Railroad is already off to a great start.
The CAC, Colorado and Canadian, the CAC. It's already off to a great start. Thanks to you. Thanks, Con.
Well,
let it be known that I was not the first bin on the railroad.
I think I'm going faster than 30 into the 30 corner too.
Use the brakes.
How much forgiveness is it really though?
It's not much.
I'm doing 34. It seems like I'm okay.
Yeah, you might be okay, but if it's squealing, you might brown your engine further.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to be squealing. It's quiet, actually.
Oh, well then you might be fine then. So, good.
Yeah, 34 seems to be like the speed we can do here. All right, well. I'm only delivering 66% of my passengers. It's fine. The rest fell out the window when I slipped off the track. You know?
They gave up. They walked the rest of the way into town.
Yeah, they walked. All right, so water gets consumed. Yes, it does.
Yep.
Coal gets consumed.
Hold your mouse over the tender. You'll see exactly what's up.
Yeah, water's going down.
I don't know exactly what the mechanics are, exactly how they scale. I do know that water is just tied to throttle percentage, not Johnson bar percentage, which again follows back on the nothing is like the Johnson bar heist deals with .png, but it's okay. It's fine. So it works. But yeah, you'll have to go back and fuel up and do the thing.
I think this is Ella.
Yeah, if you've encountered a town, it's the one. That's Ella right there. If you press the map, by the way, with M, and then you go and you put your mouse somewhere and click Control T, you can jump to that location. So I just jumped to see where you're going. You've passed the station, actually. The station is that little flag stop. That little
Wait, is that little
depot.
tiny thing?
That's the freight depot.
Oh, I thought
up
it was
there.
this.
Yeah, no, back
I thought
up.
it was this freight. Okay.
Back up to the little thing that says Ella, and that's actually where your passengers want to get off. Yep.
All right, no problem. This game's kind of cool. It's a little bit difficult to get used to all the UIs and stuff. There's a lot of menuing and clicking. It's more like an observing sandbox rather than a direct sort of control of things.
Yeah, the menus are pain, and you haven't even gotten to them yet, so that's fine.
Like, you could run 20 trains simultaneously by yourself if you were good enough to manage all the UIs. It's just...
Well, yeah, but the thing about it is actually you have an AI engineer. You don't have to run the trains. You can control-click and say orders and tell the train
go here and it'll do it.
To run. Well, go here, yes, but no. You tell it how fast it can go, and then it'll stop short of any other train. It'll stop short of switches lined against it or fusees placed out, which I'm going to place in front of you with Control F. There's now a little flare in the gauge, and the AI will stop in advance of those, theoretically.
That's cool.
I've had it blow through them once as a bug, but that's what happens. But in general,
so it's got 20 passengers waiting at Ella.
Yep. It looks like everyone's unloaded now, and now you gotta say...
Now I can check Whittier.
Yep, and it looks like you've done that, and they're now
And now they're coming back.
And then you can...
$18, bro. We're loaded, man. We are making so much bank. Oh, I'm blowing my safety.
You hurt the choo-choo. No, you're not blowing your safety. There is no safety valve because there's no firing. That's your dynamo. That is the electric generator that supplies the electricity for your headlight, which there is no control for other than the J key on your keyboard. You press J, your headlight will turn on. And I think it cycles through headlight, backup light, bright, dim, whatever, but there's no actual control in the cab because reasons. Anyway, it's fine.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's fun. And now you get the question, kAN. Do you want to switch out your train? Do you want to run around your train, go ahead to the Ella passing track, and put your engine...
I still can't turn my locomotive around.
You can't, but you could put your engine on the right end of the train, which means that you could have better train handling, which doesn't matter for actual gameplay, but would matter in real life.
I'm just gonna... If I can't turn my locomotive around, if there's no way to turn the locomotive around, I'm just shoving.
No, just shove through it then. The passengers don't care. They'll
go backwards.
They don't complain unless you brown your passenger coach, which is what you did already, so you might as well.
Yeah, but am I still gonna lose like money on this next one too?
You will until the passenger car gets
fix
fixed.
the coach.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's like we just became like a third-class passenger system because the coach is beat up.
Pretty much. I'm going to press a button that's going to make things happen. Pow! Look at that.
What did that do?
New lighting. Actually, I need to press it again because that wasn't enough. I went to the God menu that has many things, and I advanced time in the game by 2 hours, which only affects how fast cars load and unload. It affects nothing else. And that was just so that I could load up my log cars that I've been waiting on. Because the whole time I'd been sitting in this siding where there's nothing yet because the game's early access, and they said they're working on the industries and what they look like and all that stuff. There's no buildings or anything, but I came to the siding where they load logs, and the logs were slowly loading. And after all the time I'd been sitting there chatting with you, it loaded 0.2 tons, and now each car has 3 logs
So in this game, industries just load kind of like the pastures, like you just tell stuff to fill up, and it just sits there and eventually fills up.
Yep.
And then
it's much more realistic. Much more realistic to a real railroad operation where You leave a car at an industry, and maybe it gets unloaded in a day. Maybe it takes 6, 7, 12, 15 days to unload.
And then you come back later and pick it up and
Yep.
blah, blah.
It'll tell you, if you press tab, your cars will say what car they are, and if they have a dedicated location they should go, your passenger car won't. But my freight cars say where they should go, or they would if I was
like
able
what
to give them a
sidings they
place.
go to, whatever on the map, and then you just...
Exactly. And then you hover over that and you see where they go. And so you'll get stuff from interchange and deposit them in different places, and that's
it's kind of interesting. Realistically, we make money doing whatever the heck we want, but at the end of the day, we're just parking cars in one spot and then bringing it to another. Like, is there any supply and demand things? Like, is it like we have to bring logs there to create a new product? Or?
Nope, it's just by contract. So you take a contract with an industry. Oh, that's actually why I don't have an option to deliver these. I just realized. You take a contract with an industry or location on the map, and you can't click on the industry. We go to locations. Okay, locations, East Whittier Sawmill. I will take the contract, and now they will tell me that they can take up to 8 cars of logs per day. Now my cars can go somewhere. So when I control click my freight cars here, if it'll let me...
Oh my god, I can give you a timetable?
You can. Now I can say loads to Whittier Sawmill R1, copy to coupled. Now all my cars, when I hold tab or press tab and hold it over, it says where they need to go, which is Whittier Sawmill.
So wait, where'd you
R1.
get this contract? I don't understand.
Okay, so kAN, in the upper right, there's a series of menu buttons. There's one that kind of looks like a house. Click that one, and now go to locations. This is the God menu. It has everything. Everything in the game is in this menu, and it's honestly overwhelming. But you go to locations, and then you can click on the different things, and you'll see that some of them have contracts available. So Connolly Creek doesn't have anything.
3 days, signed contract.
Yep.
Stenzel Manufacturing.
Hallfield, Stenzel. I would get both of those. I would press tier 1 for both those, because then tomorrow we'll get cars and interchange that need to go to those places. So honest to God, I would accept all of them. There's one for Ella Farm Supply as well at Ella. So I would collect all those and just make it happy. And so for the next...
Wait, and then these cars will magically appear at the locations, like at Whittier or at Ella, and then we have to go and grab them?
No, they will appear at our interchange, which is at the east end of our railroad, at East Whittier, east of our engine shed, which is where we started. The yard where that passenger car was, that is our interchange until we buy the line to Silva to the east. And all the cars will show up there that then need to be spotted at those industries.
And then we just distribute them.
We distribute them, and when they unload, we take them back to the interchange, and we get money for taking them to the industry, and we get money for delivering them to the interchange. It's more realistic than other games that say, oh, okay, well, you bought logs and distributed them.
Our shunt yard is the interchange, and we're like bringing industry stuff to and from the interchange to supply whatever, like some fictitious place that gets the cars taken off the interchange and goes. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of like a mix between Derail Valley and Railroads. It's just like a combination.
It's a neat thing. Honest to God, this game most feels like I'm playing trains at my friend's train layout. Someone built a train layout in their basement. It's got all these locations. You run cars, you put them in the place, and you get to...
You bring it back to a central shunting location. And
then... You fulfill the waybills that they have, and that's that. And that's really fun, and I think that's the joy that comes with this game. That's the multiplayer fun that we get, is that, hey, I'm running a train, you're running a train, we're talking about trains. The actual running of the trains...
My train is broken, Heist, while we're talking about trains.
You broke your train?
Well, it's still broken. I gotta fix my train.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ditch this caboose because I feel like this caboose is just slowing me down.
We should, honest to God, sell the caboose at interchange because it sells for $4,000 and it's literally
Why am I dragging around a
worthless.
$4,000 brick? What the heck is this?
It's literally
I
worthless.
paid $18 doing nothing.
In the real life, cabooses are important. A conductor got assigned a caboose. That's where the crew would sleep when they were away from their terminal. It was their hotel on wheels. They made meals there. They did everything. They celebrated there. Like, the caboose was so important. But in this game, as in many train games, there is literally no purpose to have a caboose. Did you stop at Whittier?
No. Was I? Oh wait, I was.
That's where the station is.
Yeah, I guess my passengers want to actually go to their station. Oh, hi! Hello! Hello!
Hey, friend. I guess I will, I'll just keep coming. I mean, I'm gonna...
I'm
Are you
so
stopping?
grateful. I am stopping. Somebody go! Get out of here!
Later, buddy.
Oh my goodness,
That was you almost caused confusion and delay. Almost.
All my passengers, all my school children on board were just terrified.
All of the school children screamed at the fact that the
car full of school children.
The ASVR 777 went screaming past, and it made a dinosaur or T-Rex sound of as it was out of control.
I like the fact that there's scheduling menus in this, so you could actually have somebody who directs your whole railroad. You can have like a whole multiplayer session set up where everyone's running their own thing, and everyone has to schedule themselves around the main lines and blah blah blah. So that's kind of cool.
It's super cool. My friend Casey, who's a part of the Virtual Railfan Academy, she is a great railroader, works for the Valley Railroad, I believe it's called, in Connecticut, and she has been a tester for this game for a long time, super long time, and she's created her own timetables and schedules and exactly what's going to happen on the railroad. And you can run the railroad when you run with Casey like it's a real thing. Everything's there. That's actually one of the coolest things, and super cool that I have not even got to touch yet is there is centralized traffic control in this game, which I'm sure is Chinese to you, my friend kAN. But centralized traffic control is where you have signals and you have switches, and they're controlled from one location.
Yeah, I don't see any signals around the map.
There's not, because we haven't unlocked them, because we're in career mode.
Oh,
you have to
okay,
purchase
so
them and
appear.
upgrade your map with them. In Sandbox, they already exist, and you go play with them. But somebody can sit in one central dispatching location. I believe it's at Bryson. There is a centralized traffic control box, which is accurate.
Man. So we need like 20 people to play this game properly and really get a whole
you can literally set
the
signals, set the switches, control the operation of trains from a centralized location, and that's brilliant. But it takes a bit to get there in the career mode by all means. So
that's cool though. That'd be a cool thing to try.
We'll have to
give it a go. I'm gonna back up now. I made $14.
You did.
I'm clearly the only one contributing to this empire.
I am pushing
I've made a total of $32 now, Heist, in 43 minutes, okay?
I'm about to make...
Very, very bad.
I'm about to make you cry at how much money I'm going to make us by
even by
logs.
1900 standards, I think that's bad in terms of math. I don't know. $1 a minute?
They have said this is early access still while we're playing. Obviously, by the time this video goes out, the game will be live. But, yeah, they have said that they're not finished in terms of development of career mode. They haven't balanced it yet because it was an afterthought after the sandbox mode. And that is obviously the case as soon as you try and play any of the career mode. But they'll work on that.
Oh, so they built this game quite literally as like a sandbox train set that you could just play with.
It's a model train set that you can play with, and the career mode's extra. Yep. All right, I'm offloading logs at Whittier's sawmill. I didn't get a ping about how much money it made. I don't know if it takes some time for the money to be made, but I'm gonna beat you to the roundhouse.
All right, well, I'm going to back up. I need you to decouple and sell this caboose for me because it's a waste of time.
Sure. Let me get out your way.
And then I'm going to back the passenger car and the engine both into the shed because that needs to happen.
All right, my engine's going nice and quick. I've opened your coupler. If you press your brake, it'll separate from you. And then I'll probably dump because I was not able to get angle cocks, but it's fine. You were going a little quick anyway. I'll actually control click it and say bleed the brake cylinder and it'll just keep rolling. So now you got to go ahead. And then let me close. I'm going to close your angle cock, although you're just capable of running right through it. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm just dragging the passenger car. I don't think it matters.
Yep, doesn't.
All right, and then we'll back this into the shed.
I am in, and I'm actually all the way at the end of track. I need to be in the shed. Just busy trying to deal with your switching maneuver. Okay, that'll stop. Let me line you into the other track. You in the passenger car, you're lined in. Bring him back. Go park the whole thing, and then that caboose is still rolling. I'm gonna click on it, and I'm gonna say "Sell Destination East Whittier Interchange," and it is now hopefully going to roll all the way in before it stops. If it doesn't...
So the cars always appear on those 3 lines in the interchange back there?
Until we buy a different interchange. And actually, that car... it has died before it made it to interchange. It stopped rolling. So we actually have to go get it. So I'm going to go do that real quick. And why don't you hire us some shop workers?
Okay. I think I'm in the shop enough, right? Or do I have to go back more?
I don't, honest to God, know. It looks like that's as much will fit in there. Go to the locations menu, pick East Whittier Engine Service, and hire a couple shop workers for us.
Locations menu, East Whittier Engine Service.
Yep.
Hire. Okay, I hired 2.
How long is it going to take to fix what's there?
1 day, 9 hours.
That's a lot of time. You might want to hire some more people.
1 day, 3 hours, 23 hours, 21 hours, 20 hours, 19, 18.
Yeah,
18.
maybe the 20 hours mark is about
17.
what we're
I
going to
hired
live
10
with.
people. Listen, it's not my fault that the engine and the passenger car both came off the track.
You sure about that?
There was no speed limit where I went off the track,
You
sir.
sure about that?
There was no speed limit. I went off the track before the 30, and it did not say that I couldn't go 45.
Sure about that?
Positive.
You sure? Because you
Listen.
fell off the track for going too fast. Just saying.
Well, you know what? I guess I'm just going to have to wait 19 hours then, Heist, for my repairs to
I guess so.
Yeah.
All right. The caboose, if you hold press tab, you can see that it has arrived at East Whittier. It's there. It's where it needs to be. It dunked into the hopper, which was probably a little spicy, but it's fine. And
sell value 3522. Sell destination East Whittier.
That's where it sits. And so as we unlock more map, the interchange can move to Silva, which is all the way at the east end.
How do I sell it though? I don't understand.
You have to wait till the other railroad comes and interchanges, which is tomorrow, which we can make happen by clicking the God menu, the house menu, settings, and then say sleep. And then at 6 a.m., our interchange will be served. Oh God, you just did that. Yep, okay. Yep.
Is that what you said to do?
I mean, I said that is what needed to happen, but here we are. And now that caboose was supposed to be sold, but it's...
The caboose is still there, but we got a full car of coal.
But the coal got loaded, so we can spot the coal at least and fill up with coal. And I was hoping you were going to wait to do that so I could put my engine in the shed so that it could be repaired.
The caboose sold itself.
There it is. It got sold, and now we have 5 cars that next time we will have to spot. You can see
Oh my
tab,
God, they have to go.
Ella Farm Supply, 1 at Hollifield, 1 at Stenzel, 1 at Whittier Sawmill, and then all that will happen.
This is so sick. It's a mixed consist.
Dude,
let's go.
Dude, it's so cool.
It's actually a mixed consist.
I just genuinely wish you would have let me get my engine in the house first, so that
because now it's not repaired.
Yeah, because it needs repairs and didn't sit overnight where you put your others in. Although it's at 68%, your engine's fine, but my engine's
but my
not.
engine, you know what? Just to make you feel better, Heist, I'll drive the damaged engine tomorrow because
all right, I can live with that.
I know that it will just it's fine.
And then you can do the freight switching, and I'll just run passengers back and forth, and we'll watch.
Sounds good.
We'll watch kAN figure out how to spot cars the whole time.
How do I go? Where are even all these places? Hemingway is like way out there. We don't even have it unlocked.
No, we do. We do. It's an industry at Whittier. Let me. The menus suck, kAN. They're very early access. They hurt. The thing to do is come to the cars and press tab. Okay.
And they're all at Whittier.
Then they tell you where to go. Whittier Sawmill. Okay, 0.3 miles that way. Stenzel, 0.9 miles that way.
Okay.
Hollifield, a mile that way. Ella Farm Supply, 3 miles that way. You know, obviously Ella is Ella.
I don't see that. When I click tab, I see like ACL 1726.
Yep. And then hover your mouse over that, and it'll tell you where that is and how far away it is.
This is I see.
Yep. It should just show those when you press tab.
And it'll tell me what shunting lane that these have to go into at Whittier.
Hollifield heating oil R1. If you go, actually pull up your map, go to Whittier, and Control-T.
Okay.
So you'll jump there. I can't make it pop up for you, or maybe I don't know if it pops up in multiplayer or not. But if you were to hover over those cars, you would see exactly where they need to go. Hollifield Heating and Oil is that small spur, a small one that is
right next to the station here.
Off to the west. No, that is the Whittier House track. The other one, and you can see these.
How do you know which one? I don't understand.
I've played enough of this game. I've played 15, 16 hours of the game, so I know now. So press the God menu button, the house button, go to locations, and then go click on the location, and then hover over the track name, and it'll show you, which is convoluted and confusing to get to. But if you're right next to Stenzel Manufacturing, so if you go locations, you hold over track BB2 in the menu and the locations, you will see it's highlighted. The car needs to go there.
This is slightly okay. So
it's more than a little confusing, but once you get used to it,
that is a little bit confusing.
It is at least functional. Yep.
Yeah, okay, so if I click on that, it shows me, and
you're at Hollifield.
Menu up and be scrolled over the menu when you look at that is a little.
Yep, there's a tab button that shows where all the cars need to go. I have, the biggest complaint I have about the game is that when you press that tab menu, it should just show you the names of all the delivery locations. That is simple, that's easy, that's a huge fix, it's quality of life. Why haven't they done it?
It's a little confusing to try and figure out which one needs to go in which lane, but that's okay. I got some switching tomorrow, easy enough to do.
You do, yeah. Next time we run, you've got some switching. I'm gonna run some passenger, and it's gonna be fun. I'm excited about this.
I know exactly how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna
actually, kAN, you're not just gonna do switching, and I'm not just gonna do passenger. Look at these cars. We have 3 that need to go to Whittier, and then 2 that need to go to Ella. And then if you look at our sawmill, our 4 loads are all empty. So those need to go back to Connolly Creek.
How do you see the sawmill?
Go to the sawmill. It's at East Whittier. Move your camera to the sawmill in third person mode.
There's so many menus, Heis.
It's pain. I agree. The menus are the problem in the game. Okay, but if you
go, they're empty.
They're empty, which means they need to go be loaded and brought back to the sawmill again. So what we'll have you do next time is you'll grab all the stuff for Whittier, and you'll grab those loads, or the empty skeleton cars. You'll go load those. You'll go dump the cars that need to go to the industries off, and I'll run a mixed train. I'll grab the stuff that's got to go to Ella. I'm already going to Ella with the passenger train anyways. I'll grab those. I'll run a mixed train, dump those off while I'm waiting for my passenger car to load.
Wait, these log things, but they don't load up at Whitaker. They load up.
They don't. They load up at Connolly Creek. Yep. Connolly,
which is back that way.
Well, you have to run towards Whittier.
Oh, you're saying I drop the stuff off at Whitaker and then go back down to Connolly. Oh,
yep,
okay.
And then you come back home, and it'll probably size out just right. Either way,
sounds like a make work project.
I think so. I enjoy this game. The logistics puzzle's
like it.
Fun.
I think there's a little bit of jank to work out. I think is safe to say, but I like the game. It's really cool. It's a different kind of train sandbox. It's more about the logistics and the management of,
100%. Yep. It's not about running the engines and living with the engines and all that, but it's...
No, it's not. Like, Derail Valley's more about, like, don't die. This is more like, how can you deliver all the stuff properly without fouling your main and still keeping everything sort of straight in your head.
Yep. It's kind of...
I like the mixed consist thing right off the bat. That's really good.
It is cool. Flavor-wise, it feels great. It's kind of Railroad Tycoon-y in that way. I like the game. I have a lot of reservations about the game, but if you want to hear my nerd opinions, go check out the video I posted yesterday. So, yeah, anyways, cool. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will catch you all next time.
Yep. Bye. Bye.